Hey guys and girls, it's Nathan here from B.Invested. Just want to reach out and talk about some of the questions that are coming in from our community. Something I'm seeing a lot out there at the moment is people asking, Nathan, things are getting pretty tight out there. I know interest rates are coming down, but I'm finding it very hard on the family budget and, things are tight. Do I sell my house? Do I get another job, or whatever the case may be? Getting ahead seems like a struggle today. And it's a good point, and I think it's important that we talk about it. They say you shouldn't talk about money, but I love talking about money. I love talking about all the unconventional things that you're meant to talk about. But looking at it, this is something we've talked about on this channel and on other channels of mine for the last couple of years, or 2 to 3 years, and that is, we are entering into a different phase of the economy, and the financial system is changing very dramatically. And I think it's important that at these core times to look back at who we are, what we're doing, and giving ourselves a bit of a checkpoint on life to see, are we in line with the person that we want to be? This may be harsh for some of you. I do this to myself on a constant basis, so don't get upset when I pose some of these questions, because if it's hitting a sore point, maybe it might be something you need to look at. So in reality, everybody wants to be successful, but without necessarily doing what it takes to become successful. So is it, recently we just moved office, and for 2 weeks I hustled and moved the office because I bought a new premises, which I'll show you through shortly on some of our future videos. But I had to move, and the time constraints were very tight just due to the fact of the nature of the deal that I purchased. And looking at it, obviously, I had to step up, and I didn't go home. One night I actually slept in a cardboard box on the floor for about a half an hour, then got up and started painting again. And that's the hustle that I needed to do. Otherwise there's going to be too much business disruption at the end of financial year and all that sort of stuff. I had to just step in and do stuff. And most people would rather just go, oh, it's all too hard, or whatever the case may be. So, there's multiple times in my life where I've had to step up and hustle and do the things that I'm like, oh shit, I wish I didn't have to do this. I actually had a chat with one of the guys in the office the other day, and I was like, no one else would be doing this. And that person said, well, no one else owns an office like what you've got. And the result generally comes from from a consequence of actions that you do. And financially, a lot of people do have bad financial habits. And I think it's important to constantly look at that. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes things stuff up. For me personally, I've had times where it's been good and times where things have been bad. And a few years ago, I used to drive around at Bentley and drive around all these cool cars. I remember taking a photo of it before my ego died. And I was like, look, here's $1 million worth of cars in my garage. I drive around in a ute nowadays, which, I'm cool with that. And I sold those cars to, buy more properties. And, I think it's important in our lifestyles to look at, what is important in your cash flow. So I've got lots of ducks and stuff in the background here, getting distracted from the swimming around. But I think it's important that you constantly look at your household, you constantly look at your position. There's so many people out there that are driving around in BMWs and Mercedes that should be driving around in an older sort of Toyota or Hyundai or whatever cheaper sort of car than what they've got. There's a lot of people that are living above their means because they deserve it. They feel that there's an entitlement for it. I think probably one of my biggest downfalls that I nearly had in my life was my ego taking over and thinking things that I was entitled to, things that I should have deserved, things that I should have had because of all the things that I had as a self, righteous about myself to go and have. And I see people, that's where their downfall is. So whether it be that you've got that house that's too big and the mortgage is too big and you shouldn't be in that house. Should you be in that house? Shouldn't you be in the house? Is it hurting you? You need to be honest to yourself with your cash flow position and go, should I sell that car? I'll take a hit on it. Well, if you get rid of it, is it going to help you get to where you need to be or where you want to be? And I always say it, a lot of people, if I say I want to go and settle down and have children and find the wife of my dreams, I'm not going to find her at 3 o'clock in the morning in the back of the pub, half passed out, right? That's not where you're going to find it. So, in reality, when it comes to your finances, is your habits that you're putting in place and your actions that you're putting in place in line with the goals of who you want to be. And I've seen so many, fakers out there and idiots over the years that, oh, look at me, I'm so successful, I've got this, I've got that, I do this. And it's all just show. And I think it's important to take a review of your own position sometimes and go, well, am I in check with the person? Do I have to offload some cargo so I can take that journey and that trip to where I want to be, which is financial independence? Are you going to become financially independent when you've got car loans that you're paying, all these subscriptions that you're paying? For me, I just hustled for a period of 7 years. I worked 2 full-time jobs. Like, when anyone says that I'm lucky, I was lucky to have the right mindset. I was lucky that, I captured it young and I hated the things that I didn't want to do, and I was motivated enough to take the actions and do what it takes to not have to put up with that. And I think, there's an element of luck, and that's the right mindset and being able to be an able body and having good health and all that sort of stuff. But I know there's lots of people out there that live on 40 grand a year as a family. And I came from a family like that. So, when you sit there and people on 50 grand, 2 incomes of 50 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand, big household incomes, are you living beyond your means? You need a roof over your head, food in the belly, and, having all the health that you need. Besides that, their options and choices, the things that are either helping you get to where you want to be or blocking and stopping you from becoming the person that you want to be. And I think it's important to look at, as I said beforehand, do you need to have that Mercedes, a BMW, that new car? Can you get rid of your new car, reduce that expense out of your weekly basis, a budget, and then be able to buy something cheaper? They're the questions that you need to be asking yourself. So if you need help in formulating that plan, solidifying that plan, or someone helping you to be able to reduce your expenses, obviously at B.Invested, I help people educate themselves. I help them with different brands as part of the business, whether it's from finance, helping you reduce your mortgage costs every week so you can save more money, as an important time in the market to do so, whether it be from a cash flow perspective in managing your assets, whether it be Blink or whether it's my financial advisory team at Dynasty Private Wealth, or just simple budgeting or whatever, hit us up. Whatever I can help you with, happy to help. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.